Hello, and thank you for your interest in DreamReport. In this short presentation, we'll explore the key features of the leading designer-friendly, programming-free reporting solution for industry. DreamReport is a reporting solution built from the ground up for industrial and process automation. It includes open and direct connectivity to real-time data sources such as SCADA systems, HMIs, and PLCs. It also includes direct connectivity to process historians and understands the nature of the high-volume, high-speed data in typical process historians. And it also includes connectivity to any open relational database. DreamReport is an easy-to-use reporting solution. The reason for its quick learning curve is that it's not a programming or scripting environment, and as such, no software development skills are required to design reports. It is a very scalable solution with many pricing breakpoints and architectures available, with a simple installation from single node to enterprise-wide implementations. DreamReport produces rich PDF reports as well as outputting data to Excel, logging data back into databases, automatically sending reports out to printers, emails, and web browsers. With great-looking reports, from simple tabular reports to highly graphical reports and dashboards. So let's take a look at how DreamReport works and what it does. When starting a new DreamReport project, the first thing we do is connect to a data source. This data source could be an existing historical data archive or a real-time data source. Once we've connected to our data sources, we design and configure our reports in the DreamReport Studio environment. Once the reports are built, you decide how the reports are going to get generated. Reports can get generated on one or more schedules, may be triggered by any real-time event. Reports can also be triggered on demand, from a command line, or even from a URL request from an external application. And finally, we decide on the output format of the reports. Reports can be PDF or secured PDF documents. The data can be output to CSV files or Excel spreadsheets, or even out to native web pages. And finally, the destination for the reports could be a local directory on the DreamReport machine, a file server, one or more printers, email to one or more recipients, or even sent to an FTP site. So let's take a look at the architecture in a little more detail. As previously mentioned, DreamReport can access existing third-party data sources such as process historians, relational databases, OPC historical data files, or even CSV files. The other class of data sources we work with are real-time data and alarm data sources. In this case, we're connecting to a real-time data stream which we can then report on the current values at time of report generation. Additionally, DreamReport has a built-in data logger in which you can take data from any real-time data source and log it to the database of your choice, from Microsoft SQL, MySQL, Oracle, Access, or any other database you may wish to use. DreamReport allows you to set up logging groups to record data under different conditions, under different time periods, and on different schedules. Once the data sources have been configured and optionally data logging set up, we then design and configure our reports in DreamReport Studio. It is a very user-friendly environment in which we encourage the use of reporting templates to take reports you've already built, reuse them from project to project, or even within the same project. Additionally, you can set up data aggregation in DreamReport. This allows us to take simple data sources, such as raw data that's been logged either in the DreamReport database or in an external data source, and aggregate it on some period. For instance, you might have a series of flow meters that you'd like to totalize on a daily basis. Using DreamReport's data aggregation engine, you can pick those tags, set a daily frequency, tell DreamReport to use an integral, and then to record those values on a daily basis back into its own database. At that point, those aggregated values are available to use in any other reporting object in DreamReport. After configuring a report, you can set up how the report will be generated. As mentioned previously, a report can be triggered on any schedule, whether it's calendar-based, periodic, or specific times of the day. It could be event-driven, based on any real-time value in an HMI or a PLC. And finally, reports can be manually generated through a runtime management console, through an ActiveX control, through a command line, or even being called from a remote application. The native output format of DreamReports are PDF documents, and optionally those PDF documents can be secured. Additionally, we can output the data into Excel spreadsheets or CSV files, and even use an existing Excel spreadsheet as a template into which to insert the data. DreamReport also allows for the native output of HTML5 web pages that can then be interacted with using the DreamReport web portal. Reports can be stored on one or more directories, either locally on a file server, automatically sent to an FTP site, automatically emailed as an attachment to one or more recipients, printed to one or more printers, and even viewed through a mobile device such as a tablet or a smartphone. The DreamReport configuration environment, which we call DreamReport Studio, is a very user-friendly environment in which to configure reports. Those of you who are familiar with developing HMI applications will find this to be a very comfortable and familiar environment in which to work. Integrated into DreamReport Studio are a rich library of graphical objects for reporting. These objects include multiple chart types, multiple table types, graphical widgets, and images. As important, maybe even more important than all the graphical objects, are the built-in statistical functions. There are over 40 of these functions in which we can take raw data from any data source and then present the data in the context of the report. Included in these statistical functions are the typical min, max, average, standard deviation type calculations, as well as many more advanced functions, for instance, counter calculations for reporting on energy meters, performance analysis functions for doing up and down time reporting, energy management functions, and a host of others. DreamReport is a template-based development environment in which you can take reports that you've developed, save them as templates, and then apply them to new reports either within the same project or in a new project. When applying a report template to a new report, you have the option of switching out the tags that feed the report, or even switching out the data source that feeds the reports. For an end user, this is very useful when replicating reports from one line to another, or a systems integrator who's built a set of reports that can be used from one project to the next using completely different automation software or process historians. And again, DreamReport Studio is a configuration environment in which no programming is required. However, we do have full support for SQL queries, should they be needed, as well as an internal logical scripting engine, should it be required. In terms of connectivity, DreamReport currently supports over 70 communication drivers. These include direct access to historians and historical archives, direct communications to real-time HMI and SCADA packages, as well as full support for open communication protocols such as OPC, Modbus, and BACnet. We have a set of drivers for external data sources, such as any relational database, CSV files, and Excel files, which can be used as the source of data for your reports. And finally, DreamReport allows for the manual entry of data to collect and report on operator-entered data. The DreamReport web portal is a self-configuring web portal which allows the user to access any report in the DreamReport project. Reports which are automatically generated can be browsed for and viewed within the web portal, as well as allowing the user to dynamically generate reports with user-selected time periods or batch selections. The configuration and deployment of the web portal is fully automatic without any web skills required. Simply install Microsoft IIS on the DreamReport machine and click the Configure Web Portal button in DreamReport, and the web portal is built. The web portal is designed to operate both in desktop browsers as well as mobile devices. No special app is required on the mobile device. Simply point to the URL of the DreamReport server and all reports will be accessible either through the desktop browser or the browser on your mobile device. The web portal, which uses either local security or an integrated Windows security model, allows access to reports or sets of reports by specific user or user groups. All of these features are available out of the box with the web portal. You also have the ability to create interactive web reports in which you can place web elements on a report, such as date and time pickers, list boxes, action buttons, hyperlinks, to create a much more interactive experience where a user can filter a report based on any predefined criteria and even create drill-through reports by passing parameters from one report to another. DreamReport can be configured as a secured environment ready for any regulated or validated industries. The user management features include support for local or Windows integrated security. Additionally, DreamReport supports security at the user and the user group level. This user access security is extended across all modules of DreamReport, from who can get into DreamReport Studio to create reports, to create new data sources, who can stop and start the runtime engine, who can get into the web portal, and more. Additionally, localized languages can be assigned to individual users or user groups, and when a specific user logs in, the entire user interface will switch to that language assigned to them. Currently, DreamReport supports 14 localized languages. Additionally, DreamReport includes version control, which is a necessary feature in highly regulated industries such as life sciences and biotech. With the version control feature in DreamReport, you have the ability to include a version ID stamp on specific reports. If version control is enabled in DreamReport, if a user makes a change to a report in Studio, before they can save the report, they will be required to check it in with a detailed comment. Not only does DreamReport keep track of all those changes, we also provide the ability to roll back or roll forward at any time to a specific or certified version of that report. The Life Sciences add-on option to DreamReport provides additional functionality in highly regulated industries. For instance, the audit trail recording will record all activities by all users at runtime, and the electronic signature option allows for the implementation of electronic signatures on the PDF reports. In summary, DreamReport fits and is used in every industry with all the features, functions, and reporting objects to build industry-specific reports, meeting all of your production, performance, and compliance reporting needs. Thank you, and please visit www.dreamreport.net or contact your DreamReport distributor for additional information.